senior officer drops nasty truth bomb on corrupt John Brennan. A former CIA senior officer just dropped a nasty truth bomb on former CIA Director John Brennan. Things are about to get uglier. You won't want to miss this. John Brennan is proving to be one of the most reviled men in America, not only among Trump supporters but also among the CIA's own agents. In a recent shocking interview on Fox News' The Sean Hannity Show with host Sean Hannity, retired CIA senior intelligence officer Daniel Hoffman blew the lid off of one of the biggest scandals in our government's history with Brennan at the middle of it. Hannity began by saying, "Because this is about Brennan, I know more people that worked in your line of work that think he is the absolute worst director we've ever had. And this display of politics and his whatever involvement between us coming, his lying under oath like Clapper. People have had it, that I know, FBI, intelligence, and of course, law enforcement." Hoffman didn't waste any time in burning Brennan alive. His tweets today read like a partisan politician, not a nonpartisan retired former director of CIA, and I would just highlight the contrast between Brennan's tweets and his unfounded allegations about the president's speculation that Vladimir Putin could blackmail President Trump, Hoffman said. Contrast that with President Trump today at CIA headquarters presiding over the swearing-in ceremony of Gina Haspel. He called CIA officers the most elite intelligence professionals on the planet, Hoffman added. Hannity interjected by saying how thankful he was that Haspel did what she had to do, referencing her involvement in the torture of terrorists. Hannity emphasized that the corruption with the intelligence community is not present in the rank and file but at the top. I want to remind people this is not rank-and-file intelligence CIA, FBI, this is not, in any way shape, matter, or form. It's the upper echelon and DOJ, Hannity exclaimed. Hoffman immediately broke back in with a nasty truth bomb on the corrupt former CIA director. John Brennan is doing the bidding of Vladimir Putin, he said. And for someone who has criticized the Trump administration for the way they've handled Russia, even though the Trump administration has closed down Russian consulates in Seattle and San Francisco and kicked out 60 Russian officials, John Brennan is doing what Vladimir Putin wants by speculating about the president being subjected to blackmail, Hoffman added. Even though it's not true and Brennan walked it back with the New York Times days after he said it, but the damage is done, Hoffman concluded. I could not agree more with Hoffman. Brennan is working for the enemy, and the fact that he was ever allowed to become the CIA director is almost as sickening as the fact that Barack Obama became president. The bottom line is that Brennan is already guilty of lying under oath, and new information about his involvement in the illegal and even criminal spying campaign against Trump during the presidential election is coming out. Brennan has already committed a prosecutable crime when he perjured himself in front of Congress, according to Breitbart. It's time for Trump to clean house at the Department of Justice so that corrupt actors such as Brennan, James Comey, and Andrew McCabe can be given a fair trial and then thrown in federal prison. Anyone who doesn't realize by now that our entire federal law enforcement community and intelligence agencies were weaponized by Obama and his cronies is just kidding themselves. Although it's very likely that Obama was able to maintain a degree of separation between himself and those carrying out his corrupt demands, there will be a day when Brennan and his kind are punished for their crimes against our country. That day, in my opinion, cannot come soon enough.